Hello everyone, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Wessli-Ann. If you're new here, I would love if you would subscribe down below and join the fam. It's a fun time over here on the channel and I just love when you guys subscribe. It means the world to me. So for today's video, I'm going to be talking all about my new iPhone 12 Pro. So you guys would have seen the video before this. That was my experience getting the iPhone Pro and the vlog. I vlogged the whole thing. So you guys would have seen that. But if you didn't, definitely go back and watch that after this video. But yeah, I got the iPhone 12 Pro. I upgraded from an iPhone 8. And I'm pretty sure the last time I did a what's on my iPhone video was with my iPhone 8. And I watched that video back and I feel like it was forever ago. But yeah, if you guys want to see that video for whatever reason, I'll leave it up here in the cards. Yeah, I thought I needed to do an updated version of this video because it's been a while and because I got the new phone and I wanted to talk to you guys all about it, what I love about it, what I don't like about it, all the ins and outs of the new iPhone. But yeah, so I'm really pumped to share this with you guys. And if you are interested in seeing what is on my iPhone and what I think about the new iPhone 12 Pro, then just keep on watching. Also, there is extreme construction going on outside of my apartment, so if you're hearing that in the background, that is what it is, but I'm trying to talk over it so you don't hear it. But yeah, anyway, I am gonna go ahead and get into everything about my iPhone 12 Pro. So as you guys can tell, it is very similar to the iPhone 11, I believe. So the only big differences is obviously they improved the camera. It still has the 3 lenses, just like the iPhone 11 Pro has, but they did change it to be more of a boxy shape. I'm sure you guys can tell. It is very similar to how the iPhone 5 style was, where it was super boxy sides. Let me take my case off and see if I can show you guys better. Okay, yeah, so this is my phone without the case on it. I have the silver iPhone 12 Pro. There's a few color options, but I decided to go for the silver just because I felt like the back of it looks really sleek and clean and almost white pretty much. So yeah, I love that, and I knew I was gonna have a case on it anyway, so I wanted just a very clean, simple phone. But yeah, so that's what it looks like without a case, but I did get a case for it. This is just a really simple spec case. I do want to get a new fun case at some point, but for right now, for protective purposes, I just got this one when I bought the phone. So that's what I have on it now, and I definitely want to do a quick comparison with my iPhone 8 camera versus the camera now. The big differences I noticed is that the iPhone 12 captures the details and textures in a picture so much better than any other iPhone, I feel like. And I also feel like it really makes a big difference in how it plays a part in the depth of field. So I don't know if it's because it has the 3 lenses on it or what. I mean, I know there's some super crazy technology behind the 3 lenses that takes a picture or takes a bunch of pictures and merges them together or something. I don't know. But I do think that makes a huge difference when it comes to your photo quality. I think that I can just notice a huge difference, like I said, in the depth of field with this camera, and I don't know, it's just overall a much clearer picture. It truly looks like I took the photos on an professional camera, and that is super important to me because my job, I technically guess I have 2 jobs. I have social media, and then I have another social media job and a management job with a boutique, and so it is super important for me to be getting the highest quality photos. So that's another reason I wanted to upgrade so bad, is because I just needed a camera upgrade. And even if you have the iPhone 11, it is a difference from the iPhone 11 to iPhone 12. I will leave a blurb here about what the biggest differences are between the 11 Pro and the 11 Pro's camera. But yeah, just in case you were wondering, it is a upgrade in the camera. I feel like that's one thing iPhone always does, is they always up the camera quality. So big check mark there for me. One thing that I feel like is different for me is that there's no home button. So with my iPhone 8, I did have a home button, and so now I'm trying to get used to the swiping up instead of double tapping, and the screenshotting with the 2 side buttons. Yeah, so that's really different for me. but I do like it. I think it just makes the overall display of your phone very sleek. I will say that the movement between screens and like just like opening apps and things like that is much smoother in my opinion. I think just the transition of like even just like closing out of that app, it's just like very fluid. So that's just very satisfying and just definitely an upgrade that I've noticed. But yeah, overall, that's kind of my thoughts on this phone. It is waterproof, just like the other most recent iPhones. But I think this one can be submerged underwater the longest, which is incredible. And I don't know, I just think it is totally worth it if you are considering upgrading your phone, especially if you have an older version like I did, an iPhone 8. I know a lot of people still have the iPhone 6. If you do, I definitely think it's worth it to go ahead and jump on the iPhone 12 Pro bandwagon. So that is all for my review and thoughts on the phone so far. I do know the iPhone 12 Pro Max is coming out, so if you did want to get a bigger phone, I personally didn't because the screen on this one was even bigger than my iPhone 8 Pro was. But if you want a huge phone, I know the iPhone Pro Max or iPhone 12 Pro Max is coming out soon, and it is going to be like the biggest iPhone ever. And I think they're also releasing an iPhone 12 mini, which I think is so cool because I know people complain about how big the smartphones and stuff have been getting. So I feel like if you are like wanting a smaller smartphone, the iPhone 12 Pro mini or the iPhone 12 mini, whatever it is, will be a good option for you. But that's all my thoughts on the iPhone 12 Pro. So this is my home screen. It is like so beautiful and aesthetically pleasing. I love that the latest iOS update allows you to make your home screen very custom. You can make several screens custom. I just left my other screen normal. Every time I open my phone though, I just wanted to be able to open it to a beautiful home screen. So I only did one, and I have my most used apps on here. So I have my Notes app, which is really self-explanatory. I use that app all the time to like write down random thoughts that I have, write down YouTube video ideas, like grocery lists, to-do lists, literally everything. The Notes app is my life. I use it for everything. Then I have my Photos app, which obviously self-explanatory, all my photos. And then I have my Gmail app, which I have all of my Gmail accounts connected to. Then I have my Instagram, which is so fun. I have both the Vestique accounts on there, and then I also have my personal account. If you don't follow me on Instagram already, you definitely should. I am constantly posting on there updates about life on my stories, and then just little fun pictures on my feed. And I always highlight things for you guys to reference them. And then I also recently started to like to know it, so if you guys are wondering where I get my clothes and stuff, I always like to leave them linked on there because it's super easy. I've been like sending you guys links every time you ask, but then finally I was like, okay, well, enough people are asking, I need to just make one sole place for you guys to find my like stuff. So that is that. It's linked in my bio. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. Follow me on Instagram. And then next underneath it, oh, I didn't even talk about my first widget. My first widget is me and Zach's like picture from our wedding day. One of the pictures from our wedding day. It's actually my favorite one. I just think it's so pretty and aesthetically pleasing. It totally goes with my theme going on here, but yeah, love that picture. And then my next widget is just the day and the date, because I'm always like, what day is it? What is the date? Whatever. So I just like that it's really big on my phone and I can see it. And then the next widget underneath that is a daily reminder. It says, approach today with gratitude, understanding, openness, knowing that it offers potential and possibilities, knowing that every moment is an opportunity to reflect, reset, and move forward with intention, which I just really like that quote. I think it's just a good daily reminder, obviously. But I just found that on Pinterest and added it to my home screen because it went with the theme, and I, like I said, really love that it is just a good daily reminder to look at every single day. So added that on there. And then next to that, I have my Snapchat, my TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook, which are all other social apps that I use pretty frequently. And then right down at the bottom in the dock, I have my messages, my camera, my phone, and my Apple Music. Love Apple Music. I feel like it is just so much better for me to use than Spotify. I don't know, I like I know there's a big argument over Spotify or Apple Music, but I just love Apple Music. Sliding over to the next page, clearly this looks like a mess. I have a ton of apps on here, and this is just kind of my like throw it all on one page page of apps. So we'll start at the top, I guess. I have my settings and my clock because I use those a lot. I don't know, I just keep them at the top. And then I have my travels folder, which just has things that I need to reference when I'm traveling. Obviously the weather, maps, Google Maps, and the radar. I feel like those are self-explanatory, but yeah, so that's what's in that folder. And then I have another folder. It's literally called folder. And this is just literally all the apps that like you can't delete on the iPhone that I just don't use. So I just leave all of them in there. And then I have another app that's similar to that. It's the Extras app, which is just random stuff. Honestly, like this charades thing that I played one time with friends, I think, and I was like, well, I need to keep it in case I want to play it again. So that's on there. I have my little Apple Watch fitness app, Dropbox, GroupMe, Google Meetings, and the Mail app. So that's another random folder, but that's what's in there. And then my life folder, I have my Bible app, Netflix, which I never watch on my phone. I don't really even know why it's on there. Google Drive, which I do use every now and then. Etsy, which I used a ton for my wedding. If you guys want to know like how I used like Etsy in my wedding and stuff, I'll leave it in the cards. I did a whole video about like how I saved money on my wedding. So I did mention Etsy a few times in there and how I used it. So then I have Bitmoji. I don't even know if you need this app anymore, but I downloaded it because you originally needed it to have a Bitmoji person. So yeah, and then Fandango, which we use when we go to the movies. If the movies ever open back up, I don't even know if any movie theaters are open near us right now, but Fandango is a good convenient app for movies. And then the First 5 app, which is my daily devotion app, and then my ESPN app, just to check sports and stuff. Target. This was really useful for weddings too, just because I could go into Target and scan stuff and add it to my registry. Also, if you're ever in Target and you can't find the price of something, if you pull up the app, there's like a barcode scanner and you can scan it and it'll tell you the price, which I just think is convenient instead of having to walk around the store looking for a sales associate or like one of those scanner things. Then I have Yelp, which is just helpful when I look up like businesses and want to see reviews for them and stuff. My Poshmark app, which I do sell clothes on there. I'm actually going to post some after this video. So if you guys want to see like what I'm selling and if you're interested in buying any of my clothes, I always post them on my Poshmark. I can leave it linked down below. Sleep aid fan. This one is a lifesaver when I'm on trips and like I'm in a hotel or something and it's like so like quiet. I cannot sleep when it's too quiet. So I always turn on my sleep aid fan, and there's like different options on it. There's like 2 different or 3 different fans, and you can like turn them up loud or like, I don't even know if you can hear that, but that's my favorite one. And then I have my Facebook Messenger, Live Nation, which was for concerts. You know, concerts aren't happening right now, but whenever I wanted to know what concerts were coming up, I could refer to that app. iMovie, Park Mobile, which is just an app for like around Charlotte. Sometimes you can pay to park through your phone. Life 360, which is just like a tracking app. And then my Photos app. This is literally the folder I reference most often. It is how I edit all my pictures. So I have Lightroom and Visco, which are my 2 most used apps. I try to be very minimal with my Instagram editing. I used to like use presets and stuff, and now I'm just like, okay, like I don't want to put that much effort into it, and I feel like I just really like the look of like a very clean and simple photo. So yeah, those are pretty much the only 2 apps I use to edit my Instagram. I did do a whole video as well about how I edit my Instagram, so I can leave that in the cards as well. I feel like I'm referencing so many videos in this video, but yeah, I can leave that in the cards. It's a really helpful video if you want to know how I edit my pictures. And then Pic Collage, I don't really use very often. PE Photolure is an app I downloaded forever ago. Facetune, self-explanatory. I don't ever really use that for anything except like whitening the background sometimes. And then Over, which is what I use to make all my thumbnails for YouTube. Fonto is also something I use to make thumbnails. It's how I get the fonts and the text on there. Snapseed is how I edit things out of pictures, which comes in handy a lot, especially with working with the boutique I work with. Like if I take a picture and like I see something in the background I don't like, I can literally just edit it out. And then the Teza app, I also use this sometimes on my personal Instagram feed, but it's also the app that we use to edit on the Vestique's Instagrams. And then Unfold, which I use a lot for stories. Canva I use for stories. PixArt I used to use, I don't really use it anymore. Splice is how I edit all of like any videos I post on social media. I use Splice because it's really easy to cut together videos. And then Camera Connect is how I connect this camera to my iPhone. Then next up is my food folder. I have a food folder on my iPhone. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I just feel like I order on my phone a lot, or I like to just get points. I don't know. So Zoe's Kitchen, love Zoe's. I mobile order there all the time. Chipotle, use that all the time for mobile ordering. We have one really close to us and we get it like probably once a week for dinner, and we just love Chipotle. Clean Juice, another app that I like to use to get rewards when I go and grab a smoothie or smoothie bowl. Tropical Smoothie, same thing. Moe's, I used to go to Moe's all the time. I haven't been in forever. Dunkin' is another app that I use to pay with so I can get points towards like free coffee and stuff. Chick-fil-A, same thing, scan it and you get points for like free food and stuff. And then of course I have Uber Eats and DoorDash whenever I want to get delivery. And then my Starbucks app, which I use every time I get Starbucks because again, you get points and you can get a free drink, which is perfect because I get Starbucks like every day. Zomato is actually really cool. It's really useful whenever you are out of town or on vacation and you want to see some like good spots to eat. It tells you literally everything about the restaurant, like how highly recommended it is. It has reviews, it has like price point, like if it's super expensive, super nice, casual, whatever. I don't know, it's just really helpful if you're like in an like unfamiliar place and you're like, I don't know where I can eat. So yeah, I use that every now and then, especially if you're on a road trip and you're like, I'm hungry, I want to stop for food, and you don't know what's in the area. You can do it on your maps, but a lot of times Zomato is like more helpful. So that's what I use that for. And then Smoothie King I use when I get smoothies to get points. And then finance. This is an app that I use for all of my like money things. So I have this Empower app, which I've literally never used it. I downloaded it because the YouTuber was like, this is so great and helpful for budgeting. And I downloaded it forever ago when I knew we were getting married and we were gonna have to make a budget. And I was like, maybe this would be helpful to reference, and I haven't used it since. So I need to look back into that, but it's still on my phone. Then I have Google Calendar, which I used to use a lot, but I don't really use it anymore. And then I have Tasks. But the three most used definitely are Sheets, which Zach and I have a Google Sheets that we like keep track of our spending and our budget and everything on. He mostly does it and I just view it to be aware of like what we've been spending and if it's okay for me to spend money one day if I'm out and about. So yeah, that's just really, really helpful, and that's what we've been doing to keep track of our money spending and our budget and all of that. Then I have PayPal, which is how I get like money when brands pay me for sponsored videos, and I don't know, I use it for payment every now and then. Most often though, I use Venmo when friends want to send me money for stuff, or I need to send them money for stuff, or someone's buying clothes for me, or whatever it is. Venmo is just really convenient for that. So yeah, that is it for the finance folder. I have an entire folder called Work, which is basically my side hustle, social media stuff. So reward style, I talked to you guys about. I have a Like to Know It, and this is how I upload all my photos, keep track of like how much income I'm getting off of people buying things through my links and all that stuff. Is how I keep track of that. Then Like to Know It, of course, I just mentioned, I use. I also like to go on it and look at like other influencers I follow and see like what their posts are and like if they have anything I want to buy. So Like to Know It's really, really useful for that. Follow me on there if you don't already. It's always linked in the description. Then Zoom I used a lot when I was finishing up college, because I could just like put it on my phone and walk around and like just listen to the professor and stuff. So I haven't had to use Zoom in a while, but it's on there. And then I have Pinterest, which I have a Pinterest account if you want to follow it. I used to be really into posting on there and like growing my brand through Pinterest, but I've gotten really lazy with it lately and haven't done it as much. But I love looking at Pinterest for like inspo, any things like that. And then YouTube Studio is how I look at all my video analytics. So if I post a video, I can look at the like how many views it's gotten, likes, comments, all that stuff. It's really, really easy in that app. So if you have a YouTube channel and you don't have the YouTube Studio app yet, you definitely need to get it because it helps you keep track of literally everything instead of having to go on your desktop and look at your analytics that way, which you can look at them more in depth that way, but the base level analytics that are like important to know, you can view in that app. Then I have LinkedIn, which I was using all the time when I was searching for jobs. And then PDF Expert, which is how I was like converting my resume and stuff to PDF and like sending it to companies and stuff when I was applying for jobs. Then I have home, which is all the apps that I need to use for our apartment. So I have Active Building and Butterfly, which Active Building is like how we keep up with stuff going on at our apartment. It's just like a little Facebook page basically for our apartment. And then Butterfly is how I let people into our building. And then Amazon Alexa is obviously how I talk to Alexa and can change things with Alexa through there. And then Ultimate Ears is just what we use. We have like a little boom speaker thing, and that's how we connect to that. And then I have a Vestique folder, which I reference quite often. I have my Gmail app in there, which has all my work email. I don't know why I'm going backwards, but whatever. Mojo, which you can make like animated stories with. Prequel is another app I use quite frequently for my Instagram videos for Vestique and my own personal account. Canva Stories has really good formats and layouts for stories. I use that pretty often on our Instagram stories. Shopify is how I check inventory, check analytics, literally everything, like we use Shopify. Then ADP is how when I was hourly I would like get paid and stuff. And then a design kit is how you can like add stickers and stuff to a photo. I don't really use that very often. CuniCam I use a lot to edit our photos, to add like dust or light, or like adjust the filter and the size and the little like date. If you ever see that on our Instagram photos, that's how I add it, is with the CuniCam app. And then is how I used to plan our Instagram, but I recently downloaded a new app and I like it a lot better. I'll talk about it in a second. But yeah, then next up I have my Wells Fargo app for banking. Safari, obviously self-explanatory. Planet Fitness is where I go to work out, or sometimes I go to our apartment gym. Odeco, I don't know how you say it, but this is an app that you can use if you are near a coffee shop and you want to mobile order with them. I really love this app. It's super convenient because I love going to local coffee places and I love ordering through a mobile app, so that's really helpful. And then Planoly is the new app that I've used in place of So I use this to plan our Instagram feeds and stuff, and it's just so much more user-friendly. I think I mentioned in my last Instagram editing video that I used to plan my Instagram feeds, and I don't know, it's just like too unreliable for me. So I've started using Planoly. I've had no issues with it yet. So if you guys need a good Instagram planning app, definitely use Planoly. And then I have the Apple Store. I don't really know why that's there, and GarageBand. I think those just got put on the screen whenever I got the new phone, and I haven't put them in folders yet. And then I have Widgetsmith, which is how you get the like little widgets that I have on my home screen. And then I have Film, which I use, or I've just kind of started getting into how to use it for our like Instagram videos and stuff, because it has really cool effects. But yeah, that's basically it for what is on my iPhone. I hope that was entertaining for you guys and that you found it helpful. You maybe found some apps that you hadn't heard of before that you would like to download and use. But yeah, I thought it would just be fun to talk to you guys about what is on my iPhone, how I've been liking my new iPhone, my thoughts on it, all of that stuff. So I hope this video was super helpful for you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed it. And yeah, I feel like I haven't done a sit down video in a while and I've missed it. So it's been fun sitting down and talking with you guys. And yeah, let me know what other videos you want to see from me. I know that you guys have really been responding well to my vlogs lately, and I love that because I love vlogging for you guys. But I also love to do little sit down videos. So if you ever want me to do another sit down style video, let me know what you'd want to see. I'd love to do it for you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.